And this is old man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 124D, as you can see right here. Still want to keep going with the inventory system theme. I'm going to build it all out. On the last video we talked about, well, I made you write these things down. The actual inventory system. Remember we did that this would be the user interface. We broke it down. Then it had this one. Now I took the liberty of fixing it up better. So this would be the core inventory, right? It was going to have more items. Let's move this over. Maybe I should move. Let me see. If I move this a little over, let's see. Yeah, I could do this like that. Okay, that's good. And I added, not only that, I also added 2 foreign keys. Show you how that's done. And the reason why we have that is because if you have your regular, where would it be? Let's come here to the actual MySQL. As you can see, we have the file find item and also created users. Remember that one? That was for the username and password situation. Remember that one? Remember the A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. That's what this is. And this is the user. So now we got the find item. These are the items. And what I did was I added a field right here. I called it category underscore FK, foreign key, right? And that is just the same thing. You're going to say that this is a integer, and you're going to give it the length of 11. It's not like 11, you know, to give it more time. This says Q, the unit price. So that probably is already there already. Let's see. Well, most of it here, I might have to change some few things, but it's all there, right? And I created another one. I created another table called categories. This is the categories. That's one of them is condiment. I think I spelled that right. I hope I did. And this will be the structure, right? And you're making it that I gave it the category underscore ID. It's the same idea in it. This is a primary, right? Auto-increment. And then you got the category name. So what I did was when I came back to the find items, which is this here. Let's go to structure, right? Maybe I don't want to go too down because it's going to show my numbers. Let me see. How about if I go like this, right there, and this is the structure. Then I went to the relational, because what I wanted to do is relate category FK to categories table. See how it has ID 1 right there? Condiment is going to be 1. I don't know, what will be the other categories? We'll give it a number, right? It'll increment automatically once we add, and that will be whatever number it is. Let's say this is for food stuff anyway, but you can use it for any kind of thing. But let's say you were doing shoes and stuff. Shoes is a category, and then you got different types of shoes, right? That would be different types. But the category is shoes, or maybe it should be footwear. And then you got shoes, sneakers, and all that. That would be broken down. Yeah, that's a better deal, right? So we do that, right? But I wanted to connect these guys. As you can see, category FK is 1, 1. And if you come here to categories, it's the first one, condiments. So what I did was I came here. This is the structure right here. And then I went to connect those two, see? Because this is a relational database, and I mean, you could create a whole bunch of tables and then call it up inside PHP, and you can do your own connection. But by doing it, but by relating the connection here in the database, it's a lot better. It's more professional, and you'll find things much easier. So as you can see, I did this, right? So when I went there, I went to, I guess I can, do I have to go here? Let me see. Relational field. Oh, here we go. See, it did the first one already. What I did was I added that this category, remember FK, that's the one we just saw, database, and of course this is the categories, which is this table right here, and then the category ID. Let's go back again. And that's what connects this find item table with this category table. So I took the liberty to doing this because I wanted to show, let me see, let's come here. I might have to do a supplier right here. Look, supplier. It's going to be ink. I'm probably going to do 11, of course. That will be 11. Well, I should have put it down over here. That's okay. I'm sorry. And everything's going to be, all these IDs, I'd like the length to be 11. Okay. Now, so by doing that, I added these things. So then I went and said, okay, let me fix this up a little more. And let's do the categories. So look, category ID, category name. Basically, when I name these things, I just keep it low. Okay? Then you don't have to do, caps like the way you have it here. You don't have to. I just like to keep it normal, So these are the supporting tables, categories. We saw this one already. Now we're going to do supplier. Supplier ID, and then you got name, and then you got contact info. Maybe I should write these things down because I want to try to show you how we create these. And we'll do this one. We'll create this one, then I want to move on to the other stuff. Let me see. Ooh, this is a lot of them. I mean, I guess I could take the time. Remember this? I also added the technical notes here, and of course, this is the stuff which you also saw me type out, right? We're going to be doing that, okay? So before we do this one, let me see. Well, we're going to come back. We're going to do this guy, these guys, right? But before we do that, remember when I was showing you this? I added this, by the way. It's a placeholder. It says username, but it's an enter email address. You can use an email address as a placeholder. But because I got it set up over here as just a regular, where is it? Right here. I kind of call it admin and ABC123. Basically, you could say you could use like the email address because everybody's email address is different. It's like the Social Security. And you can do that. But I did it like this. It's no big deal. Let's go here. Let's go to index. Where are we? What did I do with the index? I guess this is it. Okay, this is the index. Remember how we did the config file? That's just to open up the database stuff, and then we end up creating this. Remember, we also created a session. I showed you that on the last one, which kind of happens to be right here. You see it right there. But I also wanted to show you. Oh yeah, we also did the authorization one. Now, there was a problem before because what happened was, see how you got CSRF? See this right here wasn't there. What happened was when I was playing around with it, I kind of changed it there, then I changed it over here, and of course it couldn't read it, so that's why I kept getting these errors. or was it 1 or 2 errors, or that it didn't work. So what I did was I created this, remember this? I said that if the request is a method is post, which you know it's a post, right? Because you can see it right here, post, right? If it's a post, and if this is set, you know it's set because I showed you. Where is it? Right here. You know it's set because I showed you. See this? It got set. I'll show you in a minute. Where it is. You got set right here. See? You got it set. Remember when you anything that you send through a form, it creates an array. And if you have an entry inside the array, you know, like CSV_token, and this is the actual value, then you set it. It's set. That's what that means. So then I say, okay, instead of breaking it down and having this, you know, another close up over here, I went like this. I said, okay, I want to pass. I want to be able to pass. If it's post, yes, it's great. Is it set? Yes, it's great. Then what I did was I went here, right? This is the first startup. Then I went all the way to the bottom, and here's the ending. And remember how we do the slash? That's like telling you that it's a comment. This is just a comment. And then I used the word and then of course I wrote all this inside it. That's just to let me know that this is the closing squirrely brackets for this command, and that's why you see this over here. Okay. Anyway, so I want it. So if it did pass, and it looks like in this situation is saying, oh, is it a post, or if this section it has a token? Yes, it did pass. I'm sorry, man. I'm yawning like a crazy person. Then what I did is I took it out of the post. Remember, we saw it already. I assigned it to a variable token. And then I said, okay, let's check. See, I'm doing another check just in case somehow you're able to get in. Then it ended up over here now. So now we say, is it hash equals? Is it a hash? And if you say, if whatever you created in here, where is it? Whatever you created, which is this here, remember, don't forget that you need this command. Where is it? Well, this config file has the thing where it creates a session for you. Now you can have a session like this, puts it in here. The author wants to check. If it works out good, puts it in the token. Now you're going to say, hey, for what you get, what you got here on the form, what you got here from the form, which is this, is equal to the session. And if it is, it keeps going. If it isn't, let's say you got it wrong, something happened, then you're going to get something like, you could do anything really. I mean, you can do this, you can put a header like you want to redirect to somewhere else. But in this situation, it just says, hey, token validation failed. And then it dies completely. So when it dies, it gets you out completely. You're not going to go do all this at all. It's the same thing as using this. Exit like this. Remember how I showed you that? The moment it reads this, is a, oh, that's it. Kill it, get out. That's what that is. Uh-oh, I think. See, sometimes when you like sitting there and you're thinking, almost feel like something's crawling on your legs. It's crazy. Anyway, so that's what that is, right? So if it passes it, oh, but let's check again. Oh, there's a problem, gets you out. But if there's no problem, what happens? Now I want to check for the honeypot. Remember the honeypot? The honeypot is in there. What's the index? Let me get this guy out of the way. This is index, right? And you get your honeypot right here. Here's your honeypot. Right now, there's nothing in it. See this right here? There's nothing in it. It's absolutely blank. So, where are we? If there's nothing in there, it's fine. It keeps going down. It keeps going down. But if it found something, again, bot detected, access denied. But I'm going to prove it to you. So, but before we do the proving, okay, here again, here's another way that we're checking. Then we say, oh, I'm going to check. I'm going to do even more. So what I did was I added, in case somehow it bypassed this. Somehow something happened. You know how you get a glitch? I used to get glitches on the system once, way back. We're talking about different companies. So you get a glitch, something happened, and this happens too. And I mean, you might see that you're doing something and you pray it, but then now you get something happens. What happened? Well, because you probably had a glitch. We call it a glitch or a hit, and somehow it didn't do a few lines. It kind of by skips. It skipped and then it kept going, right? And this will be like the second. We'll do that in a second. This will be like the second protection. That's what I like to do. And of course, you're gonna say, "Hey, this is the server protocol. You want to make sure that it's HTTPS, right? Right? So I'll give you. That's just a message. It's all form submission fails security, and then guess what? It dies, and I say gets out. See, I did it this way differently. It says if it's not, let's say if it's not this, or if it's this is going to be a what you might call it, a false, then it'll go through this. But if it worked out good, let's say, then it goes down the line and then it goes, okay, let's check for the blacklist. Bad words. As you can see, there's bad words here. So if it worked out, if what happens is this is an array, right? Then it finds that the post. Now the reason why you see this by itself as the key value. Remember, I told you every form that you do and you submit, it becomes an array. It goes into an array. And that's what this is. But in this situation, we want to check. This is what we came out now. The blacklist, we came out of the list. This can grow. Just say comma and what is that? Single quotes or double quotes if you keep everything uniform, right? That will work, and you can build it up. Okay. Right now, I just got these guys. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So these spam, I hate that. Anyway. So you got your for each, right? And then you go, once it finds that first one, then it goes, oh, okay, let's check. Let's check the blacklist against the word. $word, right? Because we're going to call it $words. And then we're going to say, oh, what's the value? And then $words. If it's not equal to false, oh, another problem. Your submission contains prohibited content. I'm going to show that in a second. And then if, let's say it did work out and it came down, you got no bad words, no spam, or whatever, it keeps going down the line. And it gets to this part right here where you're going to start doing the verification of your passwords, right? Now let's do a test here. If I went and said, let's say porn. Ooh, I hate it doesn't matter, I'll take the first one. You go like this. See? Token validation failed because it looked at that real thing. But if you did it like this, that token, I could just change that. It doesn't matter really. Let's say if you did porn like this. Maybe it was admin. Let's do the password. We did porn like that. You should take it too. See? Your submission contains prohibited content. I could have done that too for the username too. But because we did the thing with the security thing, it didn't work out. So that's why you got this message first. I mean, we could put the porn part, like take this whole thing and put it up here, but what's the point? Really, we don't want to do that. We could do it like that, doesn't matter. It'll die out whichever. See how he did that? No good. and it knew how to do it. It kind of knew how to do it. So that's why you get this message. Just by doing it this way, instead of having like a specific, you just did all of them, you checked all of them, and that's why you're gonna. For each, it goes throughout. You use that for an array. It builds an array. Then you want to read each one, and this is how it checks. And then within that, you see the first one. It's okay. Let's check against this guy's, and then it does that too. All right. Let me see. What else can we show you that will be? Oh, how about this one? The honey pot. So if you did the honey pot, you went here. Right now it's not gonna work. But let's say you put something in there. Anything. We're gonna say. This could be anything. I'm gonna say add. How about that? Add. Right? Let's save it. Then if I went like this, let me do this real quick. Oh, you know something? I want that thing. I need to do that. Let's say I went to admin because I did say that, and then I said ABC. What the hell? Something is. What's going on here? What's bothering my? What is this? It's a bug. Oh my god. Jeez. I want to get it and kill it. Let me see. I don't see. Don't say bot detected access denied, because what they do with the bots, if it's a form and you got blank form or something inside there, it'll add something to your form. It'll add something to it, and then when you start, like it could be anything with SQL or whatever, and it'll go through. It won't. I mean, if you add it, it won't go through. But if you got nothing, right? Because that's what we want. Nothing. That's like your test. This is how you do it. You just put this inside within this. Just do it like this. This display none. It tells Java. It tells CSS. Don't show me this. Keep it hidden. As you can see, it's none. Right? You don't see it. Let me see. Let's go back. You don't see it, but if you go here to look at it, where is it? It's right here. See? You'll see it. It's right here. Or you can do CSS and then send this guy way back, but you still see it, no matter how you put it, though. So you go in here, you start to save. Everything works out good. That's where are we? We go here. We check that. Well, let me save this, by the way. Did I save it? I'm not sure. Did I? Let's see. I did not. I just hit the save. This is the editor. This is the editor within the hosting company. You get something that. What is it? I would like to show you this. I should have shown you. But I'm afraid that something will pop up. I'll test on the next video. I'll show you because I want to make sure. Because right now, if I hit my tab to go look at my dashboard, it might have some information that I want you guys to look, and that means I will have to redo this video all over again. And I want to. Right? So now you have this. Now let's add. Let me see. Where are we? We're here. Oh, by the way, there is. Let me show you. Let's go back to the SQL. Let's go to users. You're wondering, how did I get this? Right? Remember, it was the H2. So if I went here, let's see, right here. Config file. It's right here. See? This is what creates it, right? Puts it in a session for you. Now it exists. It is set, right? So let me get that out. So what happens is, where are we? We're here. We want to find out how you see it. How is it? Okay. So then, okay, fine, you got it. Then what? So what happens is you go here to the structure, right? And you just put it in there. So where is it? Right here. You go to change, and you get a box. Let me see. I like playing with these things right now. And where is this stuff? Oh no, that's not where it is. It's over here. Oh, where is it? Hold up. Was it in? No, that's the same one. Password. How the hell did you? Oh, you do things sure, but I don't want to do that. And you get that. Matter of fact, you come here. Come here. It's in here. Do the edit. See, there it goes, right here. Sorry, somehow I got myself lost there for a second. And you see it. Look, you see it right here. That's what that was. But how did you get that? How did you get that so you can put it in here? Okay, this is what you do. You run this thing called the hash. So what I did was I took a separate PHP script, just a quick one, you know, because what happens is when you create that little one that has create account, it'll do all that stuff for you. But right now I don't have that. What I have is a login and enter this, right? So to do that, you gotta come here and you're gonna say, okay, so we're going to create one. And now remember the password I said it was ABC123. Remember ABC123. This is what this is. I trimmed it, right? Because you want a lot of times if you don't trim, you should always trim. Get into practice to always trimming things. Because sometimes when you create things, certain things get added to it, to your value. And you'll be like, well, why? I don't see it. It could have been a space. It could be anything. But if you do the trim, that you can avoid all your headaches. And then this is before the hash, then username, right? That will be this is. It's still for you to look at. And this is how it does. You can create a hash file like this, right? And it says, well, password underscore hash. This will be the password. And I gave it a password, right? Which was this guy right here, right? I gave it that one. I put it in here. But right now we're using the variable. And then you say password underscore default. That's all you say. That is what you write. Then over here I created it, of course. Then I dumped it so you can see it. You don't even have to do any of this. But it's just for you to see it. And then if you do, and then if you want to confirm, then you can say, okay, password underscore verified, the user password with the hash one. And if it worked out good, you say welcome back. Anything, you can put whatever you want. What happens is you get that number, right? You get a whole bunch of numbers, and you cut and paste. You cut the thing, the number that you get created. You come here and you paste it right in. You stick it right in here, and then you say go. That's how it's done. That way, so when you go to run the thing, what is it? Admin. That was it. And then say ABC 1, 2, 3. And then when you say enter, oh, wait a minute. When is it going? Thought I got rid of that. I have to go. Let me see. I gotta check to see if I did. Where is it? Okay. Did I save it? Sure did. You know what happened? I forgot to refresh. Let's see it. Admin. There you go. ABC 1, 2, 3. There you go. It gave you the inventory system. We've seen that. Remember before we had like a little problem, but now I got it. It was because I made a mistake over here. I was changing the names right here. This did not equal to here. And that's what I'm like, oh, that's why. Because I was messing around before and I forgot to change it back. Anyway, this is it right here. This is it. Now, right now, I mean, you could put some other stuff in front here, but right now we're going to do it like this. In this situation, oh yeah, see this right here? It's trying to make sure that this works out good. So it works out well. So right now, what we do is we go, and it'll be more like this box. Matter of fact, normally you see it like over here, but over there, it's not bad. It's not a big deal. And this is where you put in your key that you get from Google. Remember I showed you that already? And it's funny because I should have wrote it down and I can't remember where I put it. So I might have to redo that part again. But anyway, I put it in here. And now let's say you put something in here, you put something in here, you put something in here. Then you say add and it'll end up being here. Okay? If you want to search, let's say you got like, I don't know, thousands. And you search by name, you should get a list too. And once you get a list, you can hit edit, and that will give you a little form that will be like for you to update. You've seen that technique before. And if you don't want it, you just hit the delete button. So right now what I did was I created all this and all that, right? So now I want to go back to the actual database itself. So we're here, right? And we created, what is it, the structure. And right now it says category underscore FK. What will be the next one? The next one would be supplier. So what I can do is I can say, I can come here and then say, should I put it over here? Yeah. We're going to say we're going to add another row, and we're going to say right after this guy. Right? And then, but before we go anywhere, what is it called? Suppliers. Maybe I can copy this real quick. So we'll go here. We'll come right back. We're going to say supplier. In fact, let's see what we're going to say. Supplier ID. Big ID. Let's see what it looks like for the other guys. ID, categories, ID. Can't make sure. I have to be sure I don't make a mistake. This one says question ID. This one says. I always get this messed up. That one has the small ID. That one has a small ID. Okay. So what we do is we come here and then we're going to add. Oh my God. Let's go right here. And we're going to add right here a field 1. Because we're going to do one at a time. We're going to go after this one. And then we're going to say supplier. Did I write that down by any chance? Let's see. Okay, it's right there. What did I call it? I called it, I'm going to be sure I'm doing this right. Okay, here goes. I'm going to make it small caps. So we're going to give it the name of that. We're going to say S, and we're going to say this is going to be a challenge because you know why? I don't know. Should I make it into I gotta be sure that I get this right. Now remember, I want the ID to be, this is an integer, this is 11. That's the length, 11. And, wow. This is truly, truly interesting. Because when I created this the first time for the other one, index. So where do I do it? I do it here. I guess this is where I do it. The index name. It would be, how did I do it the last time? See, man, now I'm getting myself confused here. Index name. That will be supply. Let's see what this is for a second. Prime must be the name of and only of the primary key. Oh, damn. It's not a primary key. This would be index name. Now I got myself confused, guys. Let me see. Okay, cool. It'll probably give me an error. Let's see. Alright, it did it. Where is it? Okay. Now, oh, you know what I should have done? Let's change that. Let's go to and make it FK. Yeah, let's do that. FK. Yeah. Didn't want to do that. You know why? Because I'm going to make this, that one, the ID. So I'm going to say, so that's good. We're here, but we can't do nothing yet until I create one. And I'm going to create one. We're going to hit this new. What do we call it? Hold up. Okay, suppliers. I'm going to see a doctor again tomorrow. Oh my God. Oof. Let's go here. And this would be the name. I'm going to say suppliers of that. Then we're going to give it, what is it? I'm going to say suppliers like this, my name. So I'm going to say like, I'm going to make this small s, and that will be like that. That will be ink, that will be 11, and because this is their own supply things, you have to come here and make it into a primary. Now, what's the other one? We got, what was the other one? That will be a primary name, VARCHAR 100. Okay, name, VARCHAR, supplier. I think I should just use supplier name. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should do supplier name. We'll say supplier, like that. Name, that will be okay. Supplier name. This would be VARCHAR, and what did we do? 100? Yeah, let's see. Let's check. Yeah, we'll do 100. Then we got contact info. That will be 255. So we come here, we say contact info. That would be C. That would be that. That would be var and the 2 55. So let me make sure. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're gonna go here. Where is it? Info. That's it, we're done. Alright, so we did that. It's 100, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Where is it? There you go. Suppliers. You see that? I don't know. Do I have any? I don't know. I'm gonna have to create a. Add something to it. Now, why would I need this? I forgot what I was gonna do. Well, this is the supplier. This is the name of the supplier that's giving me this information. So that will be the supplier, and then the name of the supplier. Who could supply these things to you? Condiments? I don't know. Nabesco? Who's the supply? Supply is like the vendor. So who? No. I don't know. Who can supply me with stuff? Give me a name. What would be a name? The supplier of Nabisco. I don't know. Truly, I do not know. I do not know who would be a supplier for me to do these things. Should ask my wife to give me this information. See, I'm not a kitchen guy. I mean, I do some things, but all that supply, all that stuff, she does it. I mean, I guess I can kind of like, before you do it, by the way, something, that's okay. We're not going to do that right now. We'll leave it, and then we're going to let's create the other one. Let's see, we're here, right? And let's create, this one we already did. Oh, wait a minute. Password hash, I already have these things. Row. That would be, I guess I could say admin. I'll do that in a minute. Let's do the transaction table. So let's say, let's copy this guy. Let's get back in here. Let's go here. Let's see transactions. Andres, please. Right, and then what will be the next? What is that? Transaction ID. Yeah, we'll do that. Transaction ID. Oh, right here. So we'll say, man, I feel like eating meatballs. Transaction underscore. I don't know, like this. Oops. Take that back. Well, like, you need to be uniform, dude. You know something? I ought to be sure, man, because I'll say like this. This will be 11, and I want that to have. It's the primary, so you hit this one right here. Let's hit it. And then you got, what's the other one? I gotta be sure that item ID, also there will be an item ID, and it's a foreign, see? That's okay, we didn't do it here, because I don't have a foreign. Thank God. This one will have a foreign when the time comes. From the item ID, do I have an item table? Maybe the item table was, What did I? Oh, the item ID. This one. So basically, you're gonna say transaction. That's gonna match the item ID, which is item ID. All right, we'll do that. We're not gonna continue with that one because I want to finish this part and I want to show you the actual thing that I was supposed to do. What was it? What was the name of the? What was I? Completely forgot. Okay, the item ID. So that will be item ID. Let's copy this over here. Where is it, man? That will be the item ID. What did I call it? I called it. Oh man, I can't call it that because I have to be sure. No, I called it ID. I called it ID. ID. That's what I called it. It's integer. It's 1. And that's about it. What's the other one? The other one is type. Copy that. Type. Immune. Where is it? Where are you? String right here. And then we're gonna give it. What is it? Oh man, my fingers, my toes. The good question is if I'm supposed to put it in with those quotes. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to, but it's a good question. Let's see. We're gonna put it in here. And if it gives me an error, then I know that we're not. All right. What's the other one? So we got quality change. Okay, so let's go here. Let's add quality change to the queue. C. It also wants 11, right? Let's see. Did it? Wants 11. And then you got your transaction date. So I would like to add let's add another one. Well, we can always do that. I said it was 11. Didn't I say that? Oops, I almost made a mistake. Let's go TXL and keep it. Let's do this processing. Alright, where is it? Transaction. So we have here. I want to add 1 and we're going to put it to the bottom of that. Go. And that would be transaction date. Put it over here. Alright. That, and what will be the daytime? Let's see. Daytime, yeah. Alright, so we got that. Daytime, doesn't matter. Save it. Okay, good. So what happens is we'll do this. Well, I'm going to have to remember what it is. We'll do that on the next one. Probably have it ready anyway. Alright, so we're here. We did it already. Oh no, let me see. We want to do another one. Oh yeah, we wanted to the fields. We wanted to add row. Okay, and then we're gonna have these guys. All right, so we'll come here. Let's go to, where is it? Users. And then we're gonna add, let's go to, let's see the structure. And then we gotta let's add one after the password, right? Let me see. Okay, let's go after the password. Let's put that in here. This will be a T and a date. Good. That would be root. Wait a minute, what the hell am I doing? Where am I? Did I pass this part already? Okay. Oh my god, Andres. That's not what I want. I want it roll. Thank you guys for stopping me. Roll. And I saw it there, I'm like, why? I mean, why would it not? Oh, because I did it already. The row will be that, and then you're gonna go right here, boom, and then we're gonna add copy. There you have it. We got user. There you go. You got a row. That will be the thing. All right. So there you go. So now what I did is I did the. Let me see. Did I did all of them? I did this one. I did the. Did I do the transaction? Yes, I did. We did that one. We did that one. Okay, now which one is the one that needed? I gotta make sure I put that. See, before I put in, where is it? Transaction. Well, item I for. Oh man, I messed up. Yep, I messed up because I didn't want that. I wanted big numbers. Let's go here. I say init, right? Okay, let's see here. Where are we? I mean, where the hell? The transaction ID will be big INET, primary key. Alright, so we're gonna have to change that. Transaction ID, right here, we're gonna have to change that. So we're gonna have to come here. And do big, this one. Okay, good. Right. That's good. Then what we're gonna do? Let me see. We got. Let's come here. We did this. Let me see. We got that done. We got that done. We got that. Oh yeah, we want to do the transact. Make this into a foreign key. Now the transaction. I don't have anything to add to it. The ID for the first transaction, I guess we can't do. I mean, I can't change it to. Do I need something there? That's a good question. let's play around with this. Let's go to the transaction. Before we do that, let's see here. Check something out. Did I did the category? Sure did. Supplies? Sure did. So this one says that I wanted foreign and foreign. I did that already. So if I go here to the transaction, then this needs to be a foreign one. So I go to structure. Hopefully it'll work, because I was having problems with this thing, because for some reason it was driving me nuts. So the first one will be this guy. That's the name of it. What's the name of the table? Transaction. That will be the one I want. It's funny because I did a thing where, and then definitely I don't want this trick. I want cascade. And it's going to give me a problem. You know why? Let me see. Because I don't have anything. Maybe it'll work. No, I knew it. See? Check data type. Oh man, I didn't want to play around with this right now. I wanted to do it on the other one, because when I did it with, let me see, creating foreign key to the ID, I went here. So I went, this is the transaction structure. It's called ID. Oh, it's too different. Oh man. Because you know what? The transaction ID is going to be a huge number. It's going to be huge. It has to be big and huge. You know, we'll work something out with this one. We'll make this. I'm going to have to find out, because I don't want to change this to that. It's supposed to be the same. If you're going to create one with an ID, or let's say type, or let's say daytime, it's got to be the same. It's looking at this. It says no, that's not working. That's not the way it works. Oh, you know something that I wanted to see too? Let's see. Must be missing something here too. When I was here, I was going to. Oh, okay, that's got done already. Remember that one? Got that. That's already done. So that worked. I'm gonna have to wait for the transaction part, because I gotta give it a name. I gotta give it a number, but it is one. I mean, I do have. Let's say there was a transaction of 1. I gotta be sure that this is. What is this? Is this a dot? See this right here? Is it a dot? Yes, it is. Whoa. That's why it probably doesn't hold up. Let's see, transactions. Let's go to structure. Does it look like a dot to you? Let's see. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. It is. But I gotta keep it in an index. This is gonna be a little challenging, because now we're looking for the main person, and it doesn't. This is how it's done. You go, it doesn't matter, right? So you go relationship view, right? Then you go, okay, which one you want. So you go, well, I want to add this one, which happens to be the dot. This one goes into that. Then what's the name of the actual table? They call it transactions, right? There you go, right here, transactions. And then I say, oh, transaction ID, is that the name? So let's go here. Transaction ID. And that should do it. That should have done it. with no problem. Yeah, transaction, that's it. Because sometimes it doesn't, if it's not the same type of, what's going on here? Cascade. There you go. Error created foreign key on ID. Check data type. There you go. That's the problem. I want it in the transaction to be big ID. If I change it to ID, I guess I can make those numbers bigger, but it has to be. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Because in this, oh, wait a minute. Let's do the you know something? We will, this will, don't worry about it, man. Right now, once I find out, because right now I'm using this and this, right? This is, you know something? I'm such a dum-dum too. I should have called this something different. Let's change the name. I'm gonna go to underscore FK, because that's gonna be a foreign. Okay. So this FK wants to, you need to connect to this table. And where do we have supplier? Yeah, we don't have it here. So why didn't, see, in this situation I added the supplier right in there. That's what we wanted. I must have been wrong with my calculations. Transaction, you need quality change, you got your time, that's gonna be your foreign key. This is the thing that's gonna see the type right here, data type is gonna be different. That's gonna be a problem because I wanted, I guess I can change this later. Because this is ID, see, look. It's actually ID. This is not the name, but I already know it's ID. So that will be the primary, and that's your primary. Oh man, I really hate to change that. But let's see. Let's give it a shot. Let's do the old. I hate to do that, man, but it's gotta be, that's the reason. You saw the error. It says it right there. If I say that it's 11, it's gonna be big numbers. I mean, you know something? I'm gonna look into it and let you guys know. Let's see. Yeah, see? So if you went here, all right, that's okay. You know something? On the next video, I'll have the solution. I'm gonna have to change it. Don't want to do it because look, big ink 11. If I made it, if I went and said, let me see. Let's do this. I really hate doing this, but let's see. Because I want to test this out, you know. Let's see what the deal is. I might be wrong. Then I'll have to look it up, see what to do. Restriction, then we come here, we go, okay, that's it, that's the one I want. That is the table. Where is it? Where are we now? This is the transaction table. Wait a minute. Yes, this is the table. went there, and then I went to, where is it? That's the table. I think I know what might be the problem. I think I know. Let's see. Yep, that's what it was. Man, I wanted to make it big because I know when you do transaction, and if you let's say you got 10 categories, and within each category you got a whole bunch of stuff, right? Like thousands, but it's still 10 categories. And then what happens with transaction? Well, you're gonna have more than 10 transactions, that's for sure. It's gonna be maybe in the hundreds. So those numbers have to be the field has to be able to hold on to those numbers, even though it's at 11. I could have done that. Maybe I should have, but it looks for it. See, it made foreign key. I didn't. When I was doing it, I was remembering. I'm like, okay, let's do that because I was doing this from something else. I remember, man. I just can't remember. This is just off my head. So I know it has to be the same. That's for sure. I just thought maybe, but I guess not. That's crazy. All right, so let's now that we have this, that's good. Let's get this out the way. We're here. Let me see. We did this. Oh yeah. By the way, where is the half? Remember this one? Oh yeah, we did that already. We talked about this. That's good. That's good. So now what I wanted to do is, now that we're here in this situation, we got all the tables. We're gonna need to add. Let me see. Let's get to the real quick. Where is it right here? Hold on 1 second. It says here. What did I put here? Let me see the decimals. Always use decimal for currency. Never use float. Yeah, I know that. I wrote that down for you. See, all this is. I'm giving you guys all this. So more improve. All right. And then, of course, this part right here I have to look at more. I thought it would do it, but I guess not. Then go like this. You go like this. Because right now, they go separate. They're all going to have separate. Oh, wait a minute. Transaction has it. Okay. Users. We added that one. That's good. Did I repeat myself? Maybe I did. I don't know. Let's see. And then, of course, use this versus that. Use the var for fields that you intend to index or search. Use text for bulk. Yeah, that I already know. I put it in there for you. And then I was thinking how, remember we talked about it already, hash, even if the username is short, always allocate 255, which we did. Then of course we got the functionality, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, and these are the features of the code for the will enable, right? And this will be the presentation, the layout, the form, data, the styling. JavaScript is the client-side line. I was just trying to explain a whole bunch of stuff for you. And this here, your CRUD, create, remember that? And then that's it. So if I went to here, where are we? Now I went here, did this, right? Called it up. That worked out nice. Okay, we're here now. Sorry. So we're gonna verify. We did verify. That worked out good. Then we're gonna say, remember the username? That's gonna be, you gotta do trim it. And I did it this way. Now, normally I still use prepare statement. Like in other words, I would have gotten rid of all that crap and just had a question mark. But I think I'm using an older version of PHP. It might work. And I tried doing that. Then you put the actual name of the field here. For me, this was easier. Although the question one, when you do, remember how we did that one? We had the value. Remember the value pair things when you could put a whole bunch of. I have to find it so I can show you. Anyway, so I did it like this. So then the prepare statement prepares it, right? This is an object. This is your method. It puts it in here, executes it, now it finds all that crap for you. Then it closes the cursor. Remember I told you, because you want to close it. Excuse me. Now you want to go through each one. Now, this part right here, because we went here, it went straight down like this. Then it said, oh look, it passed, right? It verified pass. And it was a success because of the user ID plus the, what you would call it, ID. Welcome back, dashboard. So when I do the give me a second. Okay, this has to do with this right here. Okay. And then of course you got your user ID. That's just something I put in because I got it from, I didn't get it from anywhere right now. It's just something that we're using. Let me see, we're here. Welcome back, dashboard, password. Yeah. What is your name? You find this, okay, we found it, went in here, you get into here, executive, okay, here we go, so fax, right here, that would be that, right there. Then we found that out, we did, okay, we trim, remember we talked about always have to trim, take all the crap out of it. Then you see it's a hash, then this ID comes from here, see, ID, right there, you see it, ID, that's what that is. So where are we? We're here, right? So, and then you're calling it, see this style I use, that's because I did this right here, look, as this, and then this is what you use, not this one, this is what you use. You go to here, that's the name, that's the user password, we already saw it, but because we're doing so fast, we're not going to see any of that. Unless I kind of like, I don't know if they want to do it, but I guess I could, oh, I'm already there. I'm already there. Let's just, don't worry about it. This comes from that ID, because we're reading it from here, see? You can do the ID, then you'll be able to do the enum. So that's, enum. You're not going to see this because it goes fast. You're going to go right straight to the dashboard. If there's a problem, it takes you right back to, remember we talked about it? It takes you right back to the form. So now we got dash, so we're going to have to find that guy. So let's go find him. There he goes, right here. There you go, edit. Let's go like this. All right. So remember the username, well, so we looked at over there, header, blah, 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 it exists. I put it all in one line, just to show you that you can kind of do it in one line, but always, just in a habit, always put it in separate lines, that's all. Then this section says prepare statement, search for this, that will be that. This will be all of this, let me see. There it goes, add new item right there. System, the logout, that's what this is. Right here, it works. That's what that is. Then it checks, of course. See this right here? Make sure, so we go like this. Let's move this up a bit, like that. Here goes the number, see? That's a big one right there. Right? So that's what that is, right? So when you do, it gives you the item number, the KO, the quantity. Did I put that down? Let me see. What's the quantity? Right here, quantity. I have to see. Let me see. I put item name. Did I say that? Let me see. Let's go here. Yes, item name right there. Where are we? Where's the dashboard? Is this it? Oh no, this is it. Okay, so you go here. That's the SKU, right? We know that one. And this is number. That's just for number for the price. Did I put price on here? Yeah, price, right? That's what that is. And then, of course, we're using Bootstrap. Remember Bootstrap? It comes from over here. You gotta make sure you right there. That's Bootstrap. Use that, right? This is the reCAPTCHA from JavaScript. That's why it's messed up because I haven't done nothing with it yet. Then you got your inventory, your log out. That's okay. It's gonna go to logout.php, which happens to be this one right here. Logout does destroys the logins, you know, anything that uses the session and stuff. But we don't need to do that. We already showed you that. I'm going to put it inside the. Then what was it? We're here. No, we're not here. Where the hell are you? Yes, we are here. We are here. Then this is the key. Remember, I was telling you I gotta get that from. I have to find one of the course thing. What was it? I forgot what was it. It was one of the forms. It has it in there, so I gotta copy it from there. Then you got the prices. You got that. Okay, fine. You got add item. That's going to use two items. Where are we? Add item. See, that's a form. Form. It goes to actions, and then action sends a query string, which I'm not too crazy about, but I did it anyway. So I wanted to show you. This right here, actions. Don't worry, all this stuff is going to work. Look, it does include that. It checks again. It checks for your token. It checks, you know, all that stuff that you saw before. This is get the action. See that action? That's what this is, right? I mean, I'm going to hit it right now, but where is it? Who's got the... Okay, let me see. You got this. Where are we? Fields, token, add item. Okay, right here. That's what this is. Add item, which is this right here. I'm not going to do it yet. Because I want to make sure that this is working well. And then plus I got to get this to make it, to fix that. Then you go here, there's another form that I have, right? Look, the search form. Right, the search form. And it says searches for weird characters. Look, it takes out, remember that? HTML special characters. It takes all that crap out of there. And then you hit submit, and that's submit. See, it's a separate forms. That's a form, and this is a form, and this is just actions, but within each, you know, button. So this button goes to on click, edit items, right? Edit items, and then over here says, where are we? The token, and you're going to go to actions, and delete. That will be your delete situation. We're going to talk about that when the time comes. And of course, you got your edit item, prompt, update, quality for, you know, whatever we got going there. And this here, right here, this is like the header in PHP. It says to Windows JavaScript, Windows the browser right here, that this is your action. You're relocating, you're doing it again, you're sending all that information all over again, and then you have that. So in the next video, I'm going to break it down more and then you see it. While we're waiting, there we're gonna see the that's actions. What we're looking at right here, right? The dashboard was action. Did I open it up? Maybe this is it. All right, this is actions right here, and this is, you know, in this action, I'm gonna break it down a little more. Look, create the thing. If you say create, how do you create? This is a give me a second. I want to see look, the numbers. Those numbers, I gotta get that, so I'll put that so in this way I don't have that little error. I just have like a little box like this right here, like this. And then when you hit it, you'll get that information that you have a legit person. And then of course you get the file content of the captcha. That's how it looks for it. Checks out your JSON, right? Decodes that, and it tells me if it's okay, if it's not successful. If it's not successful, it'll give you this, it jumps you right out. Then over here you got your insert. Remember this, insert. Then you have your update. This is to update that. That's when you hit edit, like that, and delete. Sorry, I had to look outside because I saw the most strangest thing. I saw a guy carrying a, I don't know, man. That looked kind of strange. I'm gonna have to check with the management building people. It looks suspicious, this guy. Huh. Anyway, when we do this, when we're gonna update, that's the edit. When you do edit like this, that's gonna do this part. But we're not gonna do any of that stuff yet, right? This one does the find. All of this here, the find item table, is this table. Where are we? This table right here. This has some information, but I want to make sure it works. Yeah, the supplier part, I couldn't figure out why I still have. What's the supplier on? I gotta put a. Oh yeah, we talked about that, right? I gotta add a supplier and then number one, and then when I go back, I'm gonna say, oh no, that this comes from where are we? That we'll connect here, and then the find. That will be the supplier, and I will say, I don't know. What's the supply? Give me a what's the name? The food supply. I don't know. It'll have a. I'll have a number here, and then we'll explain it. Then we'll break it down more so we can see the actions working. Once we get those actions working, it'll be fine. We're gonna be doing the supply part of that one. We're gonna have to deal with. I don't know. The other one, well, hopefully it wasn't huge numbers. But look, and then if you want to delete something, and this is how it's done. It says that it deletes it from the table. This, remember, this is prepare statement. You're doing this, and then when you execute, it's gonna execute this to here. This stuff right here, I could have done it for the other one. I forgot what's the other one. But as you can see, there's a question mark. That's a small protection situations. That's a lot better. But we're gonna make this. I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna make sure that it works. And all this stuff is going to be in the description below, okay? Let me see, matter of fact, this right here, all this will be, make sure that it's in there, not that it's a up-to-date one. Actually, this field one, it's no item, it's more like, I know it's caps here, but don't do it caps, it's mostly, matter of fact, I'll fix this, so there will be no caps. Alright, then I'll give it to you guys. Anyway, we reached the bottom. Give me a thumbs up. You're gonna like this stuff. You're gonna see, and subscribe, and if you got something to say, say it. Trust me, once everything is completely done, it'll be a whole full package that you can use. Anyway, until next time, have a good night.